How you doing, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about the song Can't Hide Love by Earth, Wind & Fire. If you were around in 1975-76, this was the tune that came out on the Gratitude album and then as a single later on. Although there's a whole lot of orchestration in this, I'm going to show you how I play it in solo acoustic guitar. As before, I'm going to play a snippet of the song and then I'm going to break it down for you sort of in a smooth jazz version. The guitar's in standard tuning, so let's go ahead and get started. You want my love, but you can't deny it. No, it's true, but I try to hide it. You turn down love like it's really bad. You can't give what you never had. No, can't hide affection. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about how to play this great tune. Now, as I explained before at the beginning, this song has a lot of orchestration. And part of that orchestration is with horns. And of course, if you've seen Earth, Wind & Fire, lots of horns. So what we're going to have to do is simulate the intro part of the song, which repeats later on, with some guitar chords that sort of simulate horns. The way we're going to do this, and the intro starts with stabs, as I call them. That's a stab. It starts on a chord called a D flat 11th. Now a D flat 11th is very, very simple to play. You just take your first finger and you lay it on the 4th fret from the 5th string all the way down, okay? Okay, and you're just going to do a stab. And then you're going to go up 1 fret. That's a D 11th. Then you go up 1 more fret to an E flat 11th. Okay? And then you're going to slide into a D sharp with an F bass. Now, this is kind of a unique chord, but it's how you got to get that little intro. So let me just show you that before I get into the D sharp with an F bass. Let's just hear how that goes again. Those are the 3 stabs at the beginning of the song. D flat 11th, D 11th, E flat 11th. And then we're going to go to a D sharp with an F bass. You make that chord by putting your middle finger on the 8th fret of the 5th string, the A string, and then you put your ring finger on the 8th fret of the G string and your little finger on the 8th fret of the B string. And then you take your first finger and you put it on the 6th fret of the high E string, okay? And you hear, remember, you know, if you know this song, you'll get that sound. And you want to emphasize by your strumming on the high string here, okay? Just so you can get that sound like they play it on the actual album and the record itself. So it's. And then you're going to go to an F 9th, no 5th. Now, in order to do that, you just lift this finger off, the first finger, and you put it on the 7th fret of the D string. And you're just going to play the middle 4 strings. You hear that sound? So let me play it slow. So we're going to go from a D sharp with an F bass to an F 9th, no 5th. You'll recognize this sound. Just going back and forth. Okay? Now, the intro repeats 3 times at the beginning of the song, so you got to kind of practice this and get this down. So it's. Okay? That's how you do it. Now, I kind of like to slide into the D sharp with an F bass, so you can sort of go and then lay it down. Okay? Now, let's get into the verse. The verse starts out with a very simple chord, an F11th, And an F11th is made, and I make it by putting my little finger on the 8th fret on the fifth string all the way down. See, it's the 5th string, the D, the G, the B, and the high E. So you're just getting, that's an F11th, so it's, you want my love, but you can't. And it's a little subtle difference from the F9th. So it's, you want my love, but you can't deny it. To it, a B flat minor 7th is the next chord. And that's made by putting your first finger over the 6th fret, and then you just put your ring finger on the 8th fret of the A string. Make sure you get the B, which is this note here, 6th fret, low E string. So it's, you want my love, but you can't deny it. And you sort of hammer. And then you're going to go keep the same shape, and you're just going to go down to the 3rd fret to a G minor 7th. You know it's, so you're going to, you know it's true. And then the next chord is a C 7th with a sharpened 9. And that's an easy chord. You just basically put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, your first finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the G string, and then you're going to use your pinky finger to lay down on the 4th fret of the B string and the high E string. So you're going to get, it's these classic C 7th sharpened 9th sound. Okay, and then it's going to go back to the F minor 7th. Now, because you're already down here, I'm going to go ahead and use the other F minor 7th, which is down here in first position. Okay? So you're just basically laying your first finger over the 1st fret of all the strings, and then you put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. Okay? So that's where you get your F minor 7th. So let's listen to, let's play that, the first 2 lines of the verse, because the verse is pretty much all the same, each of the lines of the verse, each of the 2 lines of the verse, every 2 lines rather. Okay, so it starts like this. You want my love, but you can't deny it. B flat minor 7th, G minor 7th, C7 sharpened 9th, F minor 7th. Okay, so you're going to do those first 2 lines. The second line starts out on the F minor 7th. You turn down love like it's really bad. B flat minor 7th. You can't give what you never had. 3rd is the same. Well, bless your soul, you can fool a few. Now, all the verses are played the same way with those chords. Very, very simple. You just got to get the rhythm synchronized with your singing itself. Okay, let's talk about the chorus. Now, this is kind of cool. I really like the way this is laid out. So, the chorus starts out on a B flat minor 7th. Now, the way I play this chord sequence is I start out on the 1st position, lay your first finger from the 5th string, first fret all the way down, covering all the strings, and then basically what you're going to do is put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the D string and your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the B string. Okay, that's a B flat minor 7th. You can hide, go up 2 frets to a C minor 7th. Then to a C sharp major 7th, which is made by putting your first finger on the 4th fret of the A string, your middle finger on the 5th fret of the G string, your ring finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and your little finger on the 6th fret of the B string. And you're just playing the middle 4 strings, so you're getting that C sharp major 7th sound, and then back to the C minor 7th, and then back to the B flat minor 7th. Okay. Now let's just go ahead and play those chords, and you'll see how they go. You can't hide, I betcha. And there's some little stops in there that you've got to get. Betcha. I betcha. Okay, so let's just call out those chords. It's B flat minor 7th, C minor 7th, C sharp major 7th, C minor 7th, B flat minor 7th, to a G minor 7th, which I showed you before, C 7th, sharp and 9, betcha, to an F minor 7th. So let's play those at a slow speed and then at a faster speed. You'll notice when you go from the G minor 7th to the C 7th, it's real fast. So it's I betcha. Now the second line or the third line of the chorus is basically the same thing, except you're going to add one more chord, and I'll show you that in a second. So it's B flat minor 7th. You can't hide, I betcha. And then instead of going back, you're going to play a D minor 7th with a flattened 5th. Now there's two ways of playing that. The first way is to use your sort of box chord up here, where you put your first finger on the 5th fret of the A string, your middle finger on the 5th fret of the G string, your ring finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and your little finger on the 6th fret of the B string. It's that kind of flattened 5th sound. The other way to play it is just to lay your first finger and just play the lower 4 or the high 4 strings, starting with the D. And sort of like a D major 7th, except you go down to the 1st fret. And then you're going to go back. So it's C sharp major 7th to a C minor 7th to B flat minor 7th. Okay, let's go ahead and let me kind of play that slow, and then I'll show you how it sounds. So it's you can't hide, I betcha. Oh, you can't hide, feel inside. Okay, so let me just call those out again real quick. So it's B flat minor 7th, C minor 7th, C sharp major 7th, D minor 7th, flattened 5th, hold it there, and then go back down, C sharp major 7th, C minor 7th, B flat minor 7th. Okay? And then it's going to go back to the verse again. The next one, it goes, you can pretend there's nothing. Girl, a look in your eyes, see it again. You're going to have to forgive my singing. Okay, so the next verse, pretty much the same way as we did before. It's going to go ahead and play the first 3 lines of the chorus when you get back into the chorus again. Okay, so it's going to go back into you want my love, I betcha. Actually, it's the last 3 lines of the chorus, because you're going to get that D minor 7th flattened 5th. That feel inside. Okay, now this is the coolest part of this song, I think. And this is sort of a pre-outro, and then there's an outro. So the way it starts is on the F11th. So it's okay, so the first chord in the pre-outro is the F11th that I showed you before. You're basically laying your ring finger on the 8th fret from the 5th string all the way down. And you're not playing the low E at all. And then you're going to drop one fret to give you the E11th. And then you're going to go down one more to an E flat 11th. And then you're going to walk back up again in synchronized with the singing itself. So let's listen to how that sounds. So it's, love has found time for kissing. Can you find the time to listen? I won't make you go through all those, but that's how you play that section. That's the pre-outro. Now, the outro of the song, which is even better, I think, it really is a play off the intro of the song. So it's going to go, okay? Now, it's just to play off the intro of the song. And it starts out on the F11th. Then it goes to the E flat 11th, which is on the, that's on the 8th fret here. Same shape. You just go to the 6th fret. You're just covering up all the strings, the lower, the high string, not playing the low E. Then you're going to go to the 4th fret, to a D flat 11th. Then you're going to go to a B11, which is on the 2nd fret, and then you're going to do the fast stabs just like you did on the intro. You're going to go, and you can slide into it. So it's. Okay, YouTube, well, that's how you play the song on solo acoustic guitar, Can't Hide Love by Earth, Wind & Fire. I know it's not perfect, but I really like this song and always have. It's been covered by a lot of different people. I think Victor Wooten and some of the other folks out there. It's a great tune and really not that hard to play once you get all the chords. There are a lot of chords, but very doable. So, as always, have a great day, and we'll catch you later.